Hi, everyone. Well, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. It is all over the place. And oh my goodness, I met so many amazing, courageous people. In particular, there's one whose son is can't talk, can't tell her what his pain is like if he's in pain, and she holds him and loves him, and it is just wearing her out. The pain runs so deeply in her, and so much more. I hope you enjoy this podcast. It is my, oh my goodness, my deepest love that you would find freedom in our time together. So welcome to the work. There is nothing wrong with you other than what you're thinking and believing. Now that we can take care of, we can identify what we're thinking and believing, write it down, and question it. And self-inquiry is a term for stillness, getting quiet, allowing wisdom the opportunity in that stillness to meet these 4 questions. It's worth getting still for. The ego says, I want, I need, they should, they shouldn't. Where's room for wisdom? The ego's doing its job, this terrified child. It's got to feel all that space, or there it is. Your true nature. We have terms for it like love, wisdom. Those trump everything that is not that. Anything that is not that. Where's the problem when you know what to do with it? Like a child, bring the ego into your heart, this room. Listen and respectfully move it from your head. Don't alter it, don't change it, don't teach it. Just move it from your head to paper. And then no matter how the ego, this wild child, tries to get away, it's okay. It's okay. Just notice, get quiet, stay with what's written on the paper. And you have entered the world of wisdom. That's why I say it's worth it. It's an experience that all of you have had for one way or another. It's that thing where you were okay and aware that you were okay, but there was no one there aware that it was okay until after the fact. But it changed you. It's like a reference point. You got a taste of what life is like without the ego, without ego identification, without that ego trying so desperately to be an I. I am someone past, someone future, a world of the past, a world of the future. Can you imagine a world where we don't know the difference between imagination and I think of the people in Turkey and Syria, and I was sitting in an imagined experience of being under the rubble, able to hear people trying to get to me, and they've given up in this mind, and it's freezing, it's cold. And what I'm buried under in that coal gets colder. What am I left with? But there's a beautiful thing. When there's no way out, you're free. When you know there's no way out, there is a peace and a freedom. And I love I can be with you without having to guess. There's a freedom that is worth, I'll say it this way, dying for. But in that state I describe, worth living for. And that life is not I. It's so beyond that. And we are privileged with not being, some of us, in that place where there's no hope. And we can come together as a community and we can identify the cause of our suffering and write it down and question it and share it together. Support each other. And this what I consider to be this respectful of what wants to take the place of what nothing can ever take the place of. Without the pain and suffering. And some of us in that state where we have the food, we have the shelter, we have the health, the physical health, can't bear to breathe another breath flowing in and out. We're so lost and hurt. In my world, suffering. Doesn't matter if it's suffering you can't breathe through, you feel like you can't breathe through it, or it's just a little. Freedom is our birthright. It's our birthright. It's what we're here for. This is a beautiful, flawless world. The heart, the mind that matches the heart. In this perfect, beautiful world, in whatever state we're in, to understand that there is no opposite. That pain we're experiencing appears to be opposite, but that's duality. This is the planet. This is the experience of duality. And it's a gift. This is Earth School. We're waking up to reality. Amy.
Hi.
Precious. Hi.
Hello.
What's going on?
I have had a situation with a family member who's going through a lot of stuff, and I've been supporting them for a couple of years. And I started to experience quite a lot of sort of snapping and things towards me, and no matter what my efforts, discussion wouldn't happen, and I couldn't help it and I couldn't stop it. And I'm a very sensitive person, and so I am aware of that. I suppose when it came to number 6 on the sheets, and I look forward to my personality being torn apart. I look forward to
I'm willing that my personality be torn apart. I look forward to my personality being torn apart.
Yeah. That's the part I'm struggling with.
It shows me my work's not done yet. That's all. That's all number 6 is about. It's like everyone has a right to say about me and see me as the way they see me. They have a right to say anything to me, to do anything to me, because how do I know that's true? I can't stop them from thinking. I can't stop them from saying what they say and doing what they do. But I can understand. I can understand. So number 6 is really powerful. I'm willing to, I look forward to, because as they say it again, and even if they move away and never see them again the rest of my life, they're going to live in my head. So they don't move away. They don't go away. And you can't run away. They're in you. As what we call memories. And when they come, we feel it again and feel it again. So I'm willing to, I look forward to it coming back, because I need to go deeper in this. I need to write another worksheet. Now, there's a beautiful thing about the next worksheet that you do. Let's say you do another worksheet on the same thing. It's a different worksheet. You fill it in, same thing. But you're writing it down from a different mind that wrote the first worksheet, because you have worked through it. So you're doing this next worksheet on them with a more opened, enlightened mind. And the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And then there's a weird thing that happens. You think you're still holding the resentment, and they say or do something, and you wonder why it doesn't hurt. You wonder, like, it's like you don't think, oh, I understand, but that's the experience. It's like, this is not about me.
Okay.
And then you remain sensitive in a whole other way. And you hear their words and see their expressions in a whole other way. The word that comes to my mind is compassion. But that's not something I can't pretend compassion. It's an experience that we have to name everything something.
Mm-hmm.
The connectedness of understanding, and without blame, without after all I've done, or after all I've done for them. No, it's just compassion, understanding. That's what this work has given me, is I'll say it this way: to understand yourself is to understand the entire human race. So here's another strange thing that happens. You do the work on them, and you're still feeling some of those emotions around it. You're still feeling a little hurt, but then you run into someone that doubles up. They say the same thing in their own way. They do the same thing. So it's like twice as much as those other people have done. And you experience compassion, because you've worked on the other people. You experience over here a whole other way of being. It's I like to say things like, I did the work on my mother, and the rest of the world changed, but not her.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're your teachers. Those are your teachers.
I see that. I really see that. And I suppose a conundrum that I'd love I'd love for your thoughts on is when I have so much compassion for somebody and everything they're going through, and then I've also got all of my feelings. What do I do with those? What do I do with it's so many feelings? And I keep trying to do things and release and, let them go. And they're persisting. What would you advise?
I wouldn't try. I would do the work and just experience it lets go of me, or I just continue to do my work and find out that in other areas my life becomes easier. And then back to what's left and continue to do my work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so then when it was interesting actually, because I did the sheet twice.
And what I'm hearing from you is like, what do you want from these people? What do you want? That's those of you new to the work today. There are 6 questions on a worksheet, and that is one of them is, what do you want in that situation with those people? So,
yeah.
What do you want from them, honey? Imagine you're filling in a worksheet right now. What do you want them to think, say, feel, or do?
I want them
to appreciate you.
That's icky. I want them to appreciate me. I want them to apologize.
Okay, so that's not icky. That's called human.
Okay.
That's called human. Like honey, there's no one here on our time together here that can't say the same. And it's like the ego doesn't want you to say it because it becomes visible. You're getting closer to the cause of your suffering.
Okay.
The words, that heart place that the ego is trying to find a home into, and it can't until you're cooked. Which that's just the beginning. And let's say until you're cooked, the ego eventually, I'll just say it this way. Eventually the ego finds a home in your heart. It's the only place it'll ever trust. So when we allow the ego, like you want them to appreciate you and notice how you react when you perceive they don't. And that's where you get to see, that's where the problem is. And so it's not them, it's what you're thinking, feeling. It's what you're thinking and believing about them.
Yeah.
And you want them to apologize to you. And what do you get? What do you get? Oh, I get to be right. Or I get to be, my superior giving self. I get to be I want them to appreciate me. When they appreciate me, is there ever enough, number one? It has to be a continuous thing because the ego will say, well, they'll dissect something they say or do, and then they don't appreciate it comes up again. So I would work. Yeah. I would really get still in the love affair and of they don't appreciate me. I wouldn't do they don't appreciate and apologize to me. One belief at a time. Everything I want them to appreciate me is different than apologize to me. So don't combine them.
Okay.
Work. I want them to appreciate me. And then as you're doing it, notice how old it is. Oh my God, imagine the torture chamber I would be in if I wanted anyone listening to me right now to appreciate me. That's...
Yeah.
I work it, turn it around. I want me to appreciate you. Look at the world. Look at that world. Look at that world. You see it in the sky and the stars and the trees and the sun and the moon. You have no idea what just, I need them to appreciate me. If you work, you have no idea the world that can open up to you.
And I feel it even in you saying it.
Oh, honey.
Yeah.
A world where you're not seeking love, approval, and appreciation. And that's what this work gives us.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Oh, sweetie.
Thank you.
I love you from the work. You know, I do the work, or the world works me. So, you know, I'm ahead of the game this way, and the ego, it's working with me.
Thank you very much. That's incredibly helpful. And that's given, it really helps me with my next worksheet. So thank you so much.
One thing the ego will always do is it'll offer it up, you know, so it's just
constantly.
Like a fountain that says, you know, in my language, work me. I'm right. Work me, help me.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. I keep trying to let go that, you know, I don't need to be right. I want the friendship and that, you know.
Yeah.
That goes round.
Gosh, I want the friendship. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. You want their friendship.
Yeah, I do.
Appreciate me. They don't and I want their friendship.
Yeah. Yeah. Just apologize. Just appreciate me and be my friend. I mean, I sound like a wonderful friend.
And then I'm safe.
Ha, yeah.
It's just my identity is safe. It means that I'm okay. Yeah. Their stamp of approval. But it's not enough. And there's someone else that comes up, or they say something that you perceive as the opposite of what you want. You know what I want? When someone wants to walk away from me, that's what I want.
That's interesting.
You know,
of course.
You know, when someone doesn't appreciate me, it's they're solid in their own world. They understand what it is to give and to receive, and who knows what you'll come up with who knows what you'll come up with, honey, when you sit in it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, your question is so valuable. You're not alone.
Thank you.
Catherine.
Hi.
Hi, Catherine.
Me? Wow. Hi. Thank you. Thank you, Katie. I just want to thank you. I have dramatically reduced my own suffering in the world because of you and your work. And I thank you for that. I have one sticking point that I can't seem to get through, which is about feelings. I've learned that my thoughts cause a lot of my suffering. I've learned that my thoughts can cause feelings that cause suffering.
Yeah, feelings, emotions.
Yes.
And physical, so, you know, and the physical are physical as well.
Yes. And I have 2 children, one of whom has a chronic terminal illness, and he is nonverbal and he cries a lot. And now I know I'm making an assumption that when he cries, he's sad, but I think that's a fair assumption in my head.
You know, when I have those assumptions, it's like I could be right. I really think I'm right. But what if I'm not? But I could be right. And what do I do with someone who cries a lot and is nonverbal? I act as though they are, not taking any chances.
Right. And there are often times when there's nothing I can do to alleviate his crying. So I have found that the best thing I can do is be fully present with him in the moment, look him in the eyes, tell him how much I love him. And that's it. That's what I can do in that moment.
I want you to be my mommy. Oh my God, you touched my heart so deeply.
Oh, it's
I don't know
taken me a decade.
I don't know how it gets any better than that. That and the rest of the care you get with your doctors and your so much involved here. Oh,
Yes.
sweetheart.
But I I feel this sadness, this grief, so much. And I have been told that, I need to process my feelings, and the only way to get through them is to get through them. But Katie, I'm literally often paralyzed by this grief and these feelings of sadness. Um, Literally physically paralyzed, like in the fetal position in my bed. And all the work I do around my thoughts helps a lot, but I can't seem to break through.
You do it on your work on paper. On paper.
Mm-hmm.
On paper. Just as
Mm-hmm.
that paper, just as material as you or me or your child.
Mm-hmm.
Fill in the worksheet, and you've done enough of the work. I don't need to say more. For example, you're holding your child. You've assured him that you love him. And in that situation where the child continues to cry, looking into your eyes or not, just crying, what do you want? Seems like we're working with the wants today. What do you want? In that situation, get still. What do you want for that child? You want the pain to
You want the pain to stop.
And the ego would scream, I want the crying to stop. Because sometimes we get really tired when we're caretaking. And it doesn't seem like it's doing any good in the long run. And you can't stop, but you consider pain. You want his pain to stop. So be there now.
Yep.
How do you react? You're holding your child. How do you react? Notice how the ego offers up the past, where
How do I?
and cries, and in the future where it's never going to end. And what does that look like? How do you react? Holding your child, assuring you love him, and you have the thought, I want his pain to stop.
Honestly,
I want him to be out of pain, basically.
Mm-hmm. But I tell myself in that moment, I'm not that powerful. I'm not that powerful. I don't have the power to change this. I don't. And I know I don't have.
But that's obvious. That's obvious. It's obvious. You don't know how to.
Mm-hmm.
What else is there? There's that there. That is so valid. What else? I want his pain to stop. Look at the images of past, future. What do you see?
I just see so much pain, so much crying for so many years, and so much more crying until the end.
So, yeah, it's just never going to end. And then the proof is the ego offers up that past images in your head. And so you're totally convinced that's the life of a believer. But notice those are images in your head and what you're believing onto those images. So now, who would you be without the thought? Look into his eyes. You've assured him you love him. without the, I'm going to throw this in there, arrogant thought of, I want his pain to stop. Now get still. You don't know that he's suffering. Probably is. Everyone would say so, but you yourself look into your child's eyes. He's in pain. I want his pain to stop. Who would you be without the thought? He's in pain. I want his pain to stop. Now, this is a sin where the ego is concerned. You're not being compassionate. You're being crazy. But this is you with you. So
I think I would be all that.
Rather than I think I would be there now.
I'm a calm and loving mother holding my son, giving him comfort without disintegrating inside. I'm a strong mother.
And with the thought, when you're believing, and without the thought, when you compare the two, where do you have the most energy, where you're more awake to the needs of the child, where you're connected with your child?
I mean, clearly the latter.
Way clearly the latter. And you have no idea what your life holds for you. And if this child is your teacher, you can do it with that child, you can do it with every human being.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see, here's another one. I want his pain to stop. Turned around in that situation, be there now.
I've got that, yeah. I want my pain to stop. Okay. I want my suffering to stop. I want my pain to stop.
So now notice, where is the pain? In your assumptions that the world would say, oh, don't dare to have those, there's something wrong with you. Your work, your deep work. I want his pain to stop. Turn around. I want my pain to stop. Notice how it does stop when you're of right mind, connected. Your child, not who you believe your child to be or what you believe your child to be. It doesn't talk. This is all on you. I want my pain to stop. And it does. Now notice the intimacy. Without the thought, I want his pain to stop. In that situation. Notice all the fear is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Notice how useful that is.
Mm-hmm. I think I've experienced what you're leading me through, not enough to make it solid, but what I'm left with is complete exhaustion once he recovers and that episode is over.
Okay, so let's get in touch with how you react when you think the thought, I want his pain to stop. When you're believing it, notice the energy it takes.
Right. So much. Yeah.
Oh. Now notice how much energy it takes when you discover, I want my pain to stop. Which those of you new to the work, just trying to catch up, that entails, without really knowing my child's experience when it comes to pain and suffering, without the assumption one of the two of us can. I mean, there are two people in pain there. You've tried to change his for years. Notice what it's like. I want my pain to stop. Notice the level of energy. Notice the difference.
That desire is so strong. I want my pain to stop too. That's as strong as it is. I feel like
feel. You are someone that is going to do, like all of you are, someone who does this better alone than with me.
I see. Keep working.
Because this is not something I can give. It's already in you.
Yeah.
I want you to stop. When I get that I don't know his experience, that I've been assuming, when I am so arrogant that I believe that onto my child and he hasn't told me he is, and I see every reason to believe he is, but I don't know. And I'm holding my child. I'm holding him in that don't know position. Everything shifts.
Mm.
We come together Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I love sitting with all of you that pop in, and I have the privilege of understanding that other than what you're thinking and believing, you're fine. People want to know why I have so much energy. I work with so many people in so many difficult situations because I understand.
So interesting.
I'll hold people on the streets. Just someone's crying. And just I sat with anyway, honey.
I hear what you're saying though, Katie. He's fine. He's okay. He's fine. I don't know that he's not fine. I'm expending so much energy worrying that he's not. He's not broken. He just is.
He is who he is. He's your child. That's who he is. And you're assuming who he is, and you're costing you your child.
That's right.
And the energy that takes to hold a child when you're in pain, it's exhausting. And the rest of your life suffers.
That is profound. He is not broken. He is fine. I love that. Thank you.
Well, that's for you to understand, because that's not something I can tell you.
I get it.
Okay. Oh, honey, thank you so much for showing up today. All of you that have shown up today, you're such great teachers. Oh my goodness, honey, you are speaking for so many of us. Thank you.
Thank you.
You dears, what a privilege it is to know so many of you from the inside, and your courage, the courage you show all of us, and the questions you ask, they're always relevant to the rest of us. Emily.
Hi. I'm not sure if we're just like asking questions or just doing like the work.
We're not even doing the work today, honey. We're just, yeah. Oh, are you new to this? to the work?
Yes. Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay. Well, it's always free on thework.com or byronkatie.com. That's the same thing. And
Okay.
there's a thing called 123, and it will just take you through. And we have a helpline that's free. You can call it. There's a facilitator there that will help you fill in the worksheet. And
Okay.
so, yeah, this has been kind of a weird Q&A thing today, and it happened yesterday. It's a little, but sitting in the work, it's like I have the thought there's something wrong with me. Okay? And the first question is, there are only 4. Is it true? Can
Yeah.
I really know that it's true? There's something wrong with me? And to notice, how do I react when I believe the thought, there's something wrong with me? And then I'm still, this requires a lot of stillness. Just noticing, how do I react when I believe the thought? I'm depressed. I don't want to leave the house. I feel a lot of guilt. You see how do I react when I think the thought, there's something wrong with me? And then when I feel empty, and how do I react? Then I go to the fourth and last question. Who would I be without the thought, there's something wrong with me? Now, this isn't about going into denial. It's about just imagine life, your life without the thought, there's something wrong with me. And be in it. Let it show you. This is the absence of ego when you sit in these questions. Just imagine that. All of you, just imagine that. And then to turn it around, there's something wrong with me. There's something right with me. And then begin to look at all the beautiful things you do and give to you and the people around you. Even if you're a greedy, mean person, you can find one, and that's the job in this work. There's something right with me. I got out of bed. There's something right with me. I drank a cup of water first thing before I had coffee. You see, that's just a little thing, but there's something right with me. That was right for me, not someone else, but I'm just dealing with me in this world.
Yeah.
There's something right with me. I showed up here and met you. There's something right with me. And I sit in that. So that's the work. That's it.
Okay.
Questions, turn it around and get still in all 4 questions and turnarounds. And call the helpline if you need a little help.
Yes. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Okay, precious. Good to
I do have like one, like, yes. So is the work to just disidentify with like the words, what you're believing?
Yes.
Okay.
Like you would find a situation, like he said something just terrible.
Yeah.
Just terrible to me. And that means there's something wrong with me.
What about like trauma?
When I do this work, I'm going to anchor in the situation. Everything's going to come out of that situation when he said what he said, and I felt and believed what I believed.
Okay.
Yeah. There's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me. He said that in front of all those people, and they all agreed. And there's something wrong with me. So he could be right, but I'm going to question it just the way that you and I just walked through. So, and as I do it, I'm going to be there in that situation, imagining myself there in that past, just the way it was. I'm not going to alter it. I'm not going to make it nice or meaner than it was. I'm just going to be there now as I do those 4 questions and turnarounds.
Okay.
Well, that was such an excellent question, honey. I think you've discovered something that to me is precious because it introduces you to you. And we're terrified to really look at that sometimes. So as you're doing the work, be gentle, open mind, open heart, be gentle, and check out you. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. By the way, everyone, if you enjoyed this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really matters, and thank you for that. I love that you join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time. At homewithbk.com. Let's do the work.